people have special gifts, but very few people have claimed to have an ability like that of the psychic twins Terry and Linda Jamison. Today we're going to spend some time talking about what these gifts are, very extraordinary ones, and trying to understand how these two women could have predicted major world events in the past years. They're also going to share new predictions with us, and we're going to see them in action as they answer questions from our audience, many answers to which could lie only in the afterlife. Now, from November 1999 to October 2005, Linda and Terry say they've made just staggering predictions, and all of them have happened. Take a look.
We were psychic in the womb, actually. We started doing world predictions as a sideline in the late 90s, and then some Y2K predictions. The JFK Jr. Prediction we made at a seminar. We predicted that right after Lady Di was killed, the next one is going to be JFK Jr., unfortunately, and he's going to die in a small plane. And 2 years later, it did happen. Well, we predicted both of George W. Bush's presidencies, and I don't think any other psychic did that. With Scott Peterson, that was almost easy for us because we knew that he was guilty before the police knew and before his family suspected. It was right on the money, yeah. We were both sitting in different rooms channeling on various things about the future of the new millennium. And we both realized when we compared our notes an hour or so later that we had printed World Trade Center attacks 2001, 5,000 perish, Bin Laden, American, and it was all there, and we were pretty shocked. Not one person predicted this other than us.
Okay, so welcome psychic twins and authors of the book Separated at Earth, Terry and Linda Jamison. Separated at Earth, yes. Meaning, give me the backstory to that. You two believe that you were a single spirit prior to your births?
Yes, we believe that we are one soul with two bodies, Dr. Keith. Yeah, it's called a bifurcated soul.
Okay, so you inhabit two bodies that look very much alike.
Exactly.
But you are one being.
Exactly. That's correct.
Is your feeling about it. What's the connection? In other words, why is it important that you are a bifurcated soul as regards your ability to be sensitive to events that are about to transpire?
Well, we do believe we have a mission to help people on this planet, to educate, elevate, hold a vibration of light for people. And as such, we had to come in as twins so that we would attract more attention.
Which you do.
To our
I
message.
mean, you're beautiful, you're identical, and you have a special kind of presence. It's interesting just the way you look at me and people.
Are your eyes crossing? Do we make you nervous?
No, not at all. You make me feel settled. Actually, you make me feel like I'm in the presence of people who listen, which is a special gift. Now,
yes, it is.
America was listening to you when you made a prediction about the devastation of September 11th. Yes. So take me back to the day you made that prediction. How did it come about? What were you feeling or thinking, and why did you decide that you'd share it?
Well, it was an amazing day. It was an international radio show, millions of listeners. That day we tuned in and we predicted, we sat writing next to each other. We wrote everything in detail that would transpire with the 9/11 events, World Trade Center attacks, terrorist attacks.
Okay, and we actually have the tape from that show, so we're going to listen to that right now.
Okay.
We are seeing various terrorist attacks on federal government, and also the New York Trade Center, the World Trade Center.
Okay, so here you have this energy. Is it energy that flows to you? Is it a vision? Is it a voice? What is it?
It's actually called claircognizance. For us, it's clear understanding or clear thought that comes in. So it comes in as a thought as we're writing it, and we do automatic writing.
So automatic writing, so you have this thought, and automatic writing is where you have the thought, and you don't have to agonize over putting down, the words happen.
That's correct.
Yeah, that doesn't mean the work isn't agonizing, because it is in many ways.
Well,
I mean, truly.
and this is one of those times where, what do you do when you're possessed of the knowledge that 5,000 people, was your prediction, would perish? How do you contain that knowledge? How do you decide what to do with it?
We were terrified, and we said, can we even share this tonight will it be like War of the Worlds where people go into a panic? What actually happened was people pretty much ignored it, which was, I think, the saddest thing.
You did put it up on your website. How many
Yes, we
months
did.
before were we at that point?
It was in November of 1999.
2 years.
So,
in
so
it.
24
just about 2
months,
years.
or so,
22, yeah.
22 months. Okay, so now the FBI also, why did the FBI close down your website?
Well, they shut down every website that had our prediction
predictions
on
on
it.
it.
Why?
Because that's the way the government is.
Wait, the government had some sensitivity as to whether what?
I think that anything that was associated with terrorism.
They were investigating as to who knew what. Maybe we were sleeping with Al-Qaeda members. They didn't know. What did they know?
didn't know how much
They had
we
to
knew.
investigate everybody. How did they know that?
Do you get that response from people? In other words, people saying,
Yes.
okay, now we believe that there's something weird going on,
Yeah.
but we're not
Yes.
sure it's just that you're innocent bystanders to the
That's
divine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the last thing they're going to think of.
Okay, and Scott Peterson, what was the sort of insight you had into the case?
Scott Peterson, well, we had initially, when we first heard about the murder, immediately knew Scott had done it and that Lacey's body would be found in a watery grave. In fact, that's what we published in a national magazine. And that Scott would be convicted of the crime.
Okay, so all of
Yes.
these things, tell me, did it come to one of you? Did it come to both of you? Do you work off each other? Does one say, you know, it's him? And another, and then the other of you says,
Yes.
and he did it, and he put her body in the water.
We both get the same
Exactly,
information.
exactly.
We will both write the same information at the same time.
Yeah, and we'll both be, and sometimes even in the air we'll write. We're kind of crazy that way, but we write on all the time. Even, you know, when we're driving, we're writing.
Do you ever disagree and have squabbles and be like, no, 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 that's not, come on
Very
now.
rarely.
No, hardly ever about
Very
that.
rare.
We fight all the time
It's
about
funny how
other
you
fight
talk.
about other things.
You do speak in a kind of chorus that
That's
is
right.
in unison, a kind of,
Yes.
right?
We do.
Yes.
Has it always been the case?
Always.
Always.